San Diego Hospice founded the Center for Grief Care and Education in 1997. And as my guest, Dr. Lori Montross, director of the center, is here to explain, they do a lot more than care for the terminally ill, including helping families cope with grief and loss, even over the holidays. Yeah, no, Lori, when most of us hear of hospice, we think of terminally ill and sort of end-of-life care. But this center does a lot more than that. Tell us about your other services.
Absolutely. So we're a community-based organization, and so we're designed to serve the community at large, even if patients have not been on our hospice service. In that capacity, we offer individual counseling, support groups, group therapy, family therapy, really to anyone who's experiencing a grief or loss that they'd like some assistance.
And I know you custom do these. Basically, you'll have, you know, if a parent's lost a child or a child's lost a parent. Is there a fee for this type of service, and does insurance pay any of it?
So some are free to the community, some are a sliding fee scale, and for some individuals their insurance may cover that as well.
Understandably, holidays can be difficult. It's a family time if you've lost someone. You have a story of someone that you helped that kind of turned the sorrow around, a surfer, a mother of a surfer, I believe. Tell us about that.
Yes, so I worked with an individual who had lost her husband, and her husband was an avid surfer, and he had a particular part of a beach here in San Diego that he loved to surf at. So she decided after the loss that she was going to donate a park bench on that stretch of the beach and had it engraved with his name. And so now her new holiday tradition is to go and sit on that bench Christmas morning and look out into the ocean and think of him, and do that in honor of him as a way to create now a connection with him in a different way for the holidays.
And that is one of your suggestions, I understand, is that people might feel like I'm dishonoring somebody if I start a new holiday tradition. But tell us some tips of what you could do like that, going to a specific spot. What else can families do to sort of honor but create a new tradition for someone they've lost?
Absolutely, because oftentimes it can feel as though it might be disrespectful to change a tradition, but now there is a way that you could honor your loved one, and particularly if you can find experiences in the community that would mean a lot to them. So for instance, if you had a loved one that was very committed to a certain charity, now you might make a donation to that charity in their name. So it honors their name and their commitment to that. You might establish at a holiday table a candle for that loved one so that you can honor them and respect their place still at that table in some respects. There are many other ways. I've had individuals who've put together CDs that were a compilation of the loved one's favorite music, and that might be something that's played at the holiday because that was
a great idea.
Yeah,
I'll have to pick that one up. Now, grief can sometimes have some mental and physical symptoms. What are sort of the symptoms you might see of grief? I'm thinking depression, things like that.
Increased depression, increased anxiety, some withdrawal from the rest of their friends or loved ones, and that's really one thing to keep in mind if you're trying to assess whether your friends or loved ones have grief that might need to be addressed with additional services, is to think, are they either withdrawing from activities that they very much enjoyed in the past, and so it seems different for them. They used to be a jogger and they jogged every day or multiple times a week, and now they aren't jogging at all, but you know that they loved that. Or if it's impacting their work or other social relationships, that's really a clue that they might need some additional assistance.
Where it's moved beyond maybe some typical grief symptoms and feeling down and blue.
Right.
What is the best way for someone to help, let's say, especially over the holidays when there is an increase in depression, there is an increase in anxiety for a lot of families, even without loss? As a friend, what should you do to help get somebody the right help?
My first suggestion is to have the conversation. It can be difficult to broach that because we feel as though we may not need or want to say anything and make them feel awkward. But my suggestion would be to approach that friend or loved one and let them know, I'm thinking about you, particularly during the holidays, and I realize this may be the first holiday without your husband, Bill, and I would love to be able to help, and offer even some specific suggestions for how you could help. So you might say, you know, I'm a particularly good shopper. Could I go to the mall for you and pick up some of those gifts? Or I'm a great cook. I can make some of the items that you might normally need and help in specific ways.
All right, we are out of time. Dr. Lori Montross, thank you so much for talking with us. I want to let people know that they can contact San Diego Hospice 24 hours a day on their hotline, toll-free 866-688-1600. That's the number on your screen, 866-688-1600. Or you can go to find a link on our website, kpbs.org.